Hey guys, I'm here to show you how to clean the Cybex e-praim. So this pram is pretty special. It is an electric pram. I'll be doing a review on it in one of my other videos, but for now, let's just see how to wash it. As you can see, there are lots of removable parts that we can get off and throw in the wash. Let's begin with the hood. Here's the inside of the hood. What I'm going to do is just press against it with my hand and it just pops off, and there's a snap behind it as well. We probably should have got those first. There's two snaps. At the back of the hood, there is the lever to fold the seat down. We want to thread the hood through it so that it will come off. And that is the whole hood taken off. I'm going to show you how to get the hood off the hood rods later. Now I'm going to remove the belly bar. So there's a button just here. Press that in. There's one on both sides. The strap covers that are located on the straps have two sets of snaps. Once you've undone the two sets of snaps, you can see this part here is threaded in, so just make it all in line so that it can come out. There we go. So when I said make it all in line, basically it's threaded through something like this. What you want to do is bring it back and line it all up flat so that it can go through as one part. Coming to the back of the seat near the pocket, there's a zipper. Again, unthread this seat lever through this part, and that should all slide forward. At the bottom of the seat, below this little tag, is another zipper. I'm not sure that that's completely necessary to take off. At the front of the pram, this is the footrest. Underneath, on this side, we have another zipper. Goes all the way around, and that will get this part off. That's a good spot to put that, because that really wouldn't get like as damaged compared to the other places where those normally are. Alright, now we've just got to get this part off here. Under the footrest are these little tabs. Here's the elastic tab, just remove that one. Coming back up, if you grab this piece, it should just slide out now. So that is a little footrest part on the bottom, and all we have to get off is the seat now. On the bottom of the seat at the front, here's the footrest, and that's the little button to move the footrest. You have two snaps on either side, so two here, coming around, and then two more here. Now those tabs are taken off, we should just be able to lift up, and there is our seat fabric. We're just left with the frame and the hard shell for the seat. The last thing to get off is the basket. We have two snaps either side, one here, one here. the front underneath, if we just lift this up nicely, 3 snaps. You cannot see those. Yes, you can. 3 snaps and this weird piece of elastic. I don't know why it's out the front. We will work that out. Let's get the 3 snaps off. Turn the pram around so the rear wheels and the brake are in front of you, and we're just going to look here. We're just going to push this little, I don't even know what it is, up. If we could, let's put the brake on. Just push this up. There we go, and then it slides out. So that's on both sides, and then that is how we remove the basket. I'm going to remove this seat fabric. There's 2 parts to it, so I've just unthreaded the harness through here. There is a bit of Velcro, but there's slots that they can slide through. And then at the top, there's some more Velcro. Just unstrap it that way, feed that through, and then same on the other side. For those that like the washing instructions, here they are. Gentle action wash, warm water, do not bleach, air dry, sorry about the shaky camera, don't iron, do not dry clean. So there you have it. You can wash it in the washing machine, which is where I was going anyways. To remove the hood rods from the hood, I'm just going to pull the fabric down so it exposes the hood rods and the hood clamps. And I'm literally just going to pull them and they're going to pop off. Just like that. With hood rods, I always keep one set attached so I know which hood rod goes where, because they're usually different. And if you put them on wrong, it's very annoying and it can take a while to figure out. So I'm just going to slide this end off. Oopsies, keep that one on. We do not want the hood rods to come unattached. We want at least one set in place. Okay, so just hold on to all of those and just gently slide that off. And now we know that this goes on this way and these hood rods are in the correct position. If you actually have a look, these hood rods are different. They're bent differently. So if you get them mixed up, they can be super annoying. So this more curved one is for the front. I actually took a bit of notice of that before. It has an extra curve, goes on the front, and when we put it on, remember it goes this way. Don't forget to also put this one back on just in case. It helps you not lose it, and it keeps everything, like if one falls off then the other one's still on. Make sure the hood is extended before you put it in so that all of the fabric gets an even wash. Oops, I forgot to tell you, it's always a good idea to get a brush of some sort and push the seat forward and get all of the crumbs out. I'm just washing this pram fabric as a standard wash because it's not completely dirty. If you are having troubles and your pram is a lot dirtier than this one, have a look at some of my other videos. I have definitely pulled prams apart and put them in the bathtub and scrubbed and soaked them, and they've come up wonderfully. So you can have a look at one of those and use the methods that I've used on those videos. It's the next morning and we are all dry, so we're ready to put all of the fabric back onto the pram frame, but I still have to wipe the pram frame down. So I'm going to wipe the frame down and then we'll get ready to put the fabric on. So I'm just going to wipe the frame down so I shouldn't or decrumb the frame. I've gotten a little dustpan broom to do this part in here where all the sand is, and I'm not sure if it's even going to come out, but my vacuum filter is broken at the moment, so that's a bit annoying. Well, it's not broken, it's just drying. I had to wash it and now it needs to be dried. So if I can't get any of it out, I'll just end up roughing it up with a brush and then I can vacuum it out after. I'm just going to wipe it down with some baby wipes. I differ between spray and wipe or whatever I've really got to clean the frame. This is just dust, so I just want to get it off and it doesn't really need to be scrubbed. So I'm just going to use some baby wipes. I'm going to put the basket back on first. So the basket, the little leatherish tab goes towards the red brake and the 3 snaps go on the front bar. So I'm just going to pop it in now, like that, and put the 3 snaps and they go around onto themselves. I didn't work out what that little elastic part is for because it just doesn't look right anywhere else, so I just left it under. I don't see there being much of a feature with it, so I have no idea what it's for. Then you've got these 2 parts that come up and go around and snap on. And then you have the weird little back hooks that hook on right at the back. So this is the little hook that I'm talking about, and I'm going to do this one over here. So remember we took these off, you go in the big part and slide to the small part. So in the big part and push or pull or whatever, slide to the small part. First piece done, the basket is on. Now we're going to put the front part on, so we've got this textured part at the top with that weird zipper. The footrest is a little bit tricky to put on, but it's easy once you know how. So this little zipper at the front has Velcro on it, and so does this part here. We're going to put it over, and this weird little strip of Velcro with the zipper on it is going to attach at the top of the Velcro here. Then here's where it gets really weird. You're going to put this into place by pushing it underneath this plastic part and kind of getting the teeth of the zipper to match back up. So it can be a little bit difficult. So it goes like that. And then you've got 2 little tabs. See these slots in here? There's a slot here and a slot here. So you're going to push the elastic through that little slot. And I used a little screwdriver or something to poke it through there. I'm going to poke it through that little hole there that you can see at the end of the slot. And on the other side, there is that little tab that we unhooked it from. We're going to hook it back on. Okay, so I've got the elastic through on the other side, and now I'm going to hook it onto the little tab underneath. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Don't let go or you have to do it again. Here's the tab that I've hooked it onto, and here's the other side where it hasn't been hooked onto yet. thing we're going to do is get the zipper and zip it together. Now for the seat, I'm going to put it the right way up, of course. First thing I'm going to do is get the lever and thread the lever through at the top of the seat there so that it holds it in place. Then I'm going to just put these parts over the frame just so that it kind of shows the shape that we're going to end up with. I'm going to snap these two side parts down. So we are under the seat next to these two little snaps, and I just want to show you these parts here. These are where the snaps actually go, so don't be looking for the other silver part. It just goes into this plastic, which is really cool. Oh, did it go in? There we go. There we go. They're both snapped in. Look, it could have fooled me, and I pull prams apart all the time, and I was like, where are they? And then I was like, I think it's those little things, and it is. So if you get stuck there, that's where they go. We're at the back of the seat now, just below the pocket. We have another zipper. So we have this elastic part here, and at the bottom of that, you can see there's a zipper. And then on the top of this part there's a zipper. So this is going to have to go over this, I believe, and it's going to be difficult. So let's try that. That one was surprisingly easy. Now we're going to zip this part all the way over. So we're going to make sure that the fabric is around, so it needs to be around the frame, all the way around. Over here, we want it to be around the frame, and this one looks like it's not going to be much fun either. So we're starting on this side with the zipper, and we're going to go all the way up and over. So to get that started, I had to pull this piece really far around as much as I could and line it up. Then when I started to zip, I held this piece and then started zipping with the other hand. We're up here, so we're just going to keep going. Make sure this is around. See, like, pull it right around. Gonna need two hands for this though. I'm gonna pop the seat padding in. So this doesn't really have much padding without it, so all the padding's here. But it's kind of good because it, like, this part can be removed and washed without having to wash the whole pram if you choose to do that. I am glad that I worked that out. So I am I've had quite a few prams, and if you're getting this pram and you haven't had to play with it before, you might want some help with the buckle. Oh, I also struggle with this too. There's a button at the front and a button at the back, and you have to press both. So you can't put the buckle in it singly, it won't click in. So you can't just have like the two. It needs both of them. And if you look at the indents, I looked at the indents for so long and I couldn't figure out which way. Then I finally worked it out. I don't know why, because I swear I tried it like 50 times. These indent in, these indent out. You click them together so they make one part, and then it goes in like that. Wait, there we go. Just going to take a little bit of getting used to. So indenting, and these ones are going out. Line them up. Now we know that this one's a bit higher, we're going to try a bit higher, and it clicks in. I'll do a review about this pram and that buckle, but I just thought while we're here I'd show you. One of the last things we have to do is put the hood back together. So, remembering that the hood rods and hood clamps have all stayed together. These hood clamps will be facing the pram frame, and this will be, when you pull this out, this will be the front part of the hood. So let's take one set off and find our hood. We can tell the front and the back because the back has got a hole in it for where the seat goes through, and the front has this black part that is extra hood at the front. So we want the front of the hood on this more shaped one. You can see that it's bent more. So the front of the hood, now we're going to sit it on top to pretend that's how it's going. Yep. Then we're going to line it up, making sure that the front part of the hood goes through the front hood rod. So where are my hood rods? There's one, there's two. The black one will go for the front hood rod, and the silver one will go for the other hood rod will go in it. So we're just gonna put them on, slide it through. Oopsies, one of my hood rods came off. That's fine though. Over there. No, yes, here we go. There it is. Okay, so we just want to check that it's lined up the right way. The black part is at the front. The hood clamps are this way. That's perfect. Put the other one on. And now you can adjust the fabric to make sure that it's evened out. We'll do that on the frame anyways. Remember I said that the hood rods and the hood clamps are going to go this way on the frame. So find out where they're going to go. I'm going to put the back is bigger, so I'm going to put the back on. And then I'm going to slide it forward. As soon as it wants to go on at the back. Are you on? Yes, I think so. There we go. So when I said it's bigger, see how this curve is bigger on this side than on this side, so that's the back. We want to tuck this in here somehow without having the fabric there. This is tricky. There we go. So that's clicked in. Now I want to just get my palm and gently bring it forward. This one's being a pain. So there is a screw at the back that I didn't think I needed to tell you about, but I probably do. It needs to kind of line up. There's like a hole in this part. You can see there's a hole there. So that actually lines up, and it's so tricky to line up to have that screw go exactly in the right place. There we go. Doable, possible, but it's a little bit tricky. Now I'll just show you how it's... The hood clamp, and here is a little screw. The last thing to do is thread the hood through the little handle here, and then just snap on all of the snaps. There are 6 snaps in total, 2 on the sides and 1 at the top, and then that's on both sides. Last thing to do is add the belly bar, making sure that it's the right way. It doesn't really matter, that's just for design. And you can see why the hood rods matter, because it has this shape to it. I decided not to put my strap covers on, just that they're a little bit bulky for the moment. So I'm just going to pop these in storage, but they definitely came up really good with a wash, and I feel like their fabric is all a lot nicer than when it was before.